Hello everyone, my name is Alex and I am a traditional Usui Reiki master. Today I'm going to be giving you a small tutorial on the first of the Reiki II symbols. Now this symbol is called Cho-Ku-Rei. Just below the correct spelling of the title of the symbol, I have written the phonetic way of writing it to make sure that you pronounce it properly. And on the left-hand side of the slide, you can see the actual symbol. I have included some numbers and some arrows to show you the correct way of drawing this symbol. And I'm just going to break it down a little bit for you so you can understand what's going on here. What you can basically see is two symbols that have fitted together. If you separate them, on the one hand, you can see a number 7. And I just want to put in brackets here that some teachers will teach a symmetrical form of this symbol. So instead of being a 7, it will be like the Greek letter gamma. Either way is perfectly acceptable. You can choose yourself which symmetrical side of the symbol gives you greater power during your healings. It's really up to you. But when you do decide, for example, I always use this counterclockwise spiral because I have mentioned it in my notes here that when you pick which side you use, the reverse is used to decrease or disperse power. I'll talk a bit about that later. Anyway, so it's a number 7 or a gamma. And the other part of the symbol is a spiral. And depending on which symmetrical side of the symbol you use, it will either be clockwise or anti-clockwise. In this case, it's anti-clockwise. So to draw the symbol, you flatten your palm as if you're going to push it against the wall, fingers closed, like you would use for the hand positions upon the body in Reiki 1. And you start at the tip of the number 7 and go across, down, and then in an anti-clockwise spiral. So this symbol is known as the power symbol or the light switch. And I'll just go back to now what I was mentioning previously. In reverse, so this would be a gamma sign with a clockwise spiral for me, what I've just explained. That is used to decrease or disperse power. Now, in Reiki healing, we're trying to increase power, but in rare circumstances such as cancer, you want to decrease the energy that's flowing to the tumor and disperse the power of the cells that are growing within the tumor to prevent the progression of that tumor. But like I said, it's in very rare cases. Usually most healing occurs when you increase the energy flow to that part of the body. Cho-Ku-Rei is used for all healings, including distance healing. I will go on to that later in another symbol. And it helps by focusing the power into one spot. What does that mean? In Reiki 1, we learn that energy flows through our hands and they get very hot when we place them on certain points of the body. That's the energy exchange from the divine through us as the channel and into the patient. However, in Reiki 2, by tracing the Cho-Ku-Rei symbol upon your palm, you are activating the secondary chakras, the smaller ones, in the palms of your hand. The main chakras are the 7, but I will go into that in another tutorial. So like I said, the secondary chakra is in the center of the palm of your hand, and instead of releasing energy from your entire palm, it will come out like a lightning bolt from that secondary chakra. A lot stronger, a lot quicker, so that the healing can take place a lot faster. But you will still find that your hands tingle or get warm all over or cold, as the case may be. I would recommend that you meditate upon the symbol and learn it really well. You need to be able to draw it, say its name correctly, and visualize it and recognize it, of course, before you use it for healing on anybody. Because to activate the symbol, you will need to visualize it or say its name 3 times as you draw it. either on the patient, on yourself, in your room, on your pets, whatever the case may be. Going back to meditating upon the symbol, this is one of the simplest Reiki symbols. However, it has great depth and great healing abilities. And the more you work with your symbols, the better you understand them, the more in tune your intuition is with them, the more fantastic and mind blowing your healings will be, both for you and for the patient. See, if you do Reiki 1, as many people do, you can heal yourself. It's usually mostly for self healing and then practicing on friends and family. But if you go up through the levels of Reiki to Reiki 2 and 3, I really wouldn't recommend it unless you are prepared to apply Reiki in your daily life. Reiki is a lifestyle, it's not just an alternative healing method. And therefore, you really need to be in tune and have a sound understanding of the symbols that you are using, because they are sacred. And even though Reiki energy and Reiki healing cannot be misused, to use it and be allowed to use it, you need to be respectful of the energy you're using, of the fact that you are a channel. You are not healing these people out of your own doing. And that just needs to be remembered. Have humility, be humble, and do the best you can for the people that you're trying to help. And the last little tip I have is to draw the symbol on your hands and feet every morning so that you walk and feel Reiki. Like I said, it is a lifestyle. And draw Cho-Ku-Rei on the palms of your hands to activate a higher level than Reiki 1 energy when healing.